The views and opinions of the hosts and guests of this program are of their own and not a reflection of Milwaukee Black Media or 1017 The Truth. Good afternoon, Milwaukee. You're tuned in to the lunch break on 1017 The Truth, where everything is an option on the menu.
And one thing about me, I'm a tough cookie, but I know what I can't do, and I'm not suffering. All right, I fought my whole life. I'm all right.
Excuse me, Cletus. Hoppo, who this man?
Yeah, I wasn't doing it. So I was like, I'm not paying $1,000 to sleep on somebody's couch.
Grab your lunch, hit send on that email, and get ready for the best hour of your day.
My way of thinking is that the parents do all they can, but once the kids leave out that door, whatever have you, they make their own decisions. I don't care if you're 9 or 99, it's still your decision about the situations that you get involved yourself in.
We talking about taxpaying citizens who look into their taxes. Look into this. We talking about elected officials doing backdoor deals, and somehow she still want to blame immigrants. That's what we talking about right now. We following the money, and you still want to blame black people and immigrants and welfare and all of these things for policies and backdoor deals that put poor people in worse positions.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the 3rd Street Market Hall.
Like you said, they want to pad their pockets, but they need a reason to push things through. And I guess the low-hanging fruit is, okay, well, this is a problem, right? Y'all want to fix the problem, and they just hope nobody looks into it like, wait, when did food trucks become an issue?
Here are your hosts, Ray Nitty and Maybe Shannon.
Yes, welcome back. Wake up. Thank you, Sherwin, for having that beautiful show. And y'all, this is the lunch break with Ray, Nitty, and maybe Shannon, but I am filling in. I'm your host, Monon Sabir, co-hosting with maybe Shannon. What's up, Shannon? How you doing?
What's up? We live in living color.
Live in living color. Were you around when Living Color came out? I ain't trying to give people your age right now, but yeah.
I was probably born. I will give you that.
Man, Living Color was
It
off
was in the
chain.
90s, right? It was the early 90s.
Yeah, it was the early 90s.
Yeah,
Here's the crazy part about Living Color. Living Color, they were the first people to have I think they were the first people to have like a kind of a skit-based Super Bowl, like halftime show, because everybody basically left the halftime show at the Super Bowl to go over to and look at what In Living Color was doing. And then, man, they laid it out. Yep. Mm-hmm. They sure did. And then that's when
I know a lot of people came from that show.
Ooh, so many people. Man. Everybody, like down to the dancers, you know? People was good. It was good.
Yep.
So today we got a lot to talk about. We got the Big Tigger situation. So I know we're gonna have a good time. Mr. Tigger, the Mr. Tigger situation. We got Brandy, got everybody talking about how she looked and all that good stuff. Mandela Barnes talking about legal weed money for Wisconsin schools, and the heartbreaking, very, very heartbreaking story of Nolan Wells. His parents were on GMA this morning, and Ben Crump is on the case. I don't know the resume of Ben Crump, but I'm pretty sure that I don't know if he wins cases. Does he win? Do you know about Ben Crump? Do you know him?
I don't know a lot about him, but I do know he had his hand in the George Floyd case, as well as Trayvon Martin's.
Okay.
I think he's good when there's high profile cases. Like when he gets involved, he's really good at getting I think the right eyes on the case.
Okay.
So I don't know him in depth, but I do know he's worked with a lot of high profile cases.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. So I keep hearing his name. I see him on interviews, but I haven't did much, work in investigating who he's helped and all that stuff. But it'll be pretty interesting to see how this turns out, because this is a really high profile case.
Yeah.
And I think Milwaukee is full of festivals. So it's festival weekend in the city. It's festival weekend all over the nation. So it's good, and it's a good month, birthday month for me.
Mhm.
So
Me too.
wait, what? Hold on. When's your birthday?
July 23rd.
Oh
It's a
man,
lot of birthdays in
It's
July.
a lot of
My
birthdays.
nephew's birthday was just the 7th. Shout
Yep.
out to Cody. My dad's birthday the 16th.
Oh,
A
okay.
whole lot of July in here.
Well,
Vico birthday in July too. Everybody birthday in July. It's a
the
very
best
good month.
people's birthdays are in July, whether or not you are a Cancer or a Leo. I'm on the cusp. Oh.
I'm on the cusp. What you on the cusp of?
So here's the thing. I'm on the cusp of Cancer and Leo.
How? And we ain't born on the same day. I want to hear this.
Just I'm not the horoscope expert, but don't allow the conventional.
I'm judging.
You judging?
I'm hearing you out. Well, how you on the cusp if I'm on the cusp?
So don't allow the conventional horoscope or like horoscope reading or like measurement to tell you that you are on the cusp. What is I'm Leo rising in the new horoscope land.
What?
He just making stuff up over here. He said, I
Zach
identify
literally-
as.
Oh, Xavier and I are both confused.
I seen it. So first of all, I seen
He
Xavier like
identifies
giggling,
as a Leo,
but then
I
I
guess.
saw Zach shaking his head. Dude, you have to. I gotta take a picture of this, man. These two dudes.
Where
Can
are
y'all
you
leave?
getting
Can y'all
this
leave the
from?
studio real quick? Like,
Why?
Zay,
First of all,
y'all-
they gotta produce.
no, you can stay. Go ahead. No, hey, look, he vamoosing. You can only see smoke from his feet. Like, man. So according to new horoscope, the new horoscope philosophy, I'm Leo rising.
Mm.
Yeah, you
I
never
don't
heard
think
of
that's
that?
the cusp.
I'm
That
looking it
just
up.
shows that your rising is. That don't mean cusp. Because I'm Leo, Virgo. You got your big 3.
You what?
Leo, Virgo. You have a big 3, right?
Come on. Well,
So that
explain
don't
this
mean you're
because
on the cusp.
this is out
that
of
mean, okay, so look, you're out of order. You can't handle the truth.
And
Zach,
Let me look this up.
thank you. 'Cause that was
Big
confusing.
3 in the look.
A Leo. She said a Leo Sagittarius. I mean, that's how. That's,
Virgo.
Yeah,
So
you said
have
Virgo,
a
but I was
big
just saying,
3
like, it
in
just sounded-
astrology.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it would be, hold on, your ascendant, your sun, and your moon sign. So when you said rising, I think that's what that meant, right? Hold on, let me
Mhm.
see. Astrology big 3 refers to sun, moon, and rising. Together they form the foundation of your birth chart. So that don't mean you're on the cusp. That just means that's one of your big 3. I think that you was naming. The cusp means like the day of your birth is like on a day that's like on that transition day. So cusp astrology.
What?
You border between 2 signs.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. All that to say, I border between two signs.
But if you border between 2 signs, how do I border between 2 signs if we don't have the same birthday?
We don't have to have the same birthday. It's a range. It's a range, man.
Okay.
I need to look this up because can we get somebody
Do we have any astrology experts on the line?
on the line?
We need
Somebody-
somebody to explain.
Jovan Mitchell says 6109 says, "Hey Shannon, nice hat shirt. Yeah, nice hat, nice shirt.
Okay.
Thank you. I really appreciate. What about mine? Manon is talking. What is Manon talking about? And tell Z you got more beats, sir. Jovan, thank you, Jovan. Next, and Virgo season coming up on astrology. What do you guys? So I'm a Virgo. September 1st. What are you talking about? Jovan. Listen, I gotta help you out. You're talking way in September. We're in July. But Jovan, come on, man. What are we doing here? So I'm just saying to you that there's a range of like I'm at the cusp of the top of the range. So it's a range here.
Okay.
The end of the range is here, and it's going into Leo, like completely Leo, and I'm like at the cusp.
Okay, so your birthday is between the 19th and 25th.
Yes.
Okay, there we
My
go.
birthday's
All
on
right,
the
now
19th.
we're on the same page.
Yes. All right.
There you go. You at the top. All
Yes.
right, we got it. We got it figured out. We got the cusp of magic. Wait, nope, that ain't it. It's the cusp
You read that?
of illumination, Cancer through Leo, July 19th through 25th. It blends Cancer's emotional sensitivity with Leo's regal presence. And mine is right in the middle. So that's why I'm like, mine is on the day of July 23rd, and yours is at the beginning.
And
so there we go.
And my Orisha, I went to Cuba one year, and I had a reading. And my Orisha, I'm a Elegua. All right.
You went to Cuba and had a reading?
Yeah, I mean, it was,
what was
just
that
so
experience?
happenstance. It was great. Was
it on point, or did you feel like?
Yeah, it was on point.
Really?
Yes, you got to go. You got to go to Cuba.
I be super selective of who I let in my energy, like, you know, who I welcome and that type of stuff. I be wanting to know them or know people that know that person.
Me
like,
too.
I be scared.
I was walking past
come
this
back
lady
with a monkey on my back.
Man, I don't want no chickens being cut. Listen.
So you just was walking past a lady and she said I could do
I was walking
reading.
past her house, and she motioned me to come in. So I come in, and she did the reading. At first, like her living room, like as soon as you step into her house.
At her house.
Yes. Her
random woman
waved you in to come into her house, and you went in her house.
A random old lady.
That is brave.
She was like
That
60, 68, 70
That's even
years
worse.
The cartel could be in the back room.
When the cartel in Cuba, no.
I mean, it is Cuba.
It is
organ trafficking.
You know what?
Traffickers.
What?
Probably
We're going to break. We're going to break. We'll come back and we're going to get into all the rest of these special topics outside of my horoscope.
Possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Mommy, can I sit in the front seat just this one time? Please, please, please.
No, not yet.
But why?
Because I love you, and you're just not ready yet. Now, get in the back so I can get you in your car seat, please.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
That was the music that was playing at that lady's house I went into. Same exact music.
But nah, what? Why would you go in there? Were you by yourself?
I can't tell you who exactly I was with because it'll incriminate their presence on Earth. So
what is
exactly.
going on, Mana? Dude.
Zach is actually mixing his Orishas and Cuban music, Afro-Cuban, Latino cultural music right now. Keep it in the background, man. I'm gonna tell you the rest of the story. So I
I want to hear
welcome
this
back to
story.
the welcome back to the
concerned
lunch
for
break
you,
with
but-
Ray and Shannon. And I'm not Ray. I'm Monon. I'm co-hosting because Ray is being a ray of light. So I went into, just to finish the story, everybody. I went into this lady's house, and she says, "Come in." So like the streets are set up to where you can see inside people's houses. Like there's no porch. There's it's just steps to their inside their homes. So go right in, and in her living room is set up like a store. And then she says, "Who are you?" I said my name, like in broken Spanish. But then I go into the back. of the. She says no. She mentions to me. She says, "I wanted to give you a reading." I was like, "A reading?" Like, oh, okay, cool. So we go into the back of the of her house, and it's like the dining room area. So it's like one room, and then like 10 feet later, not even, it's her dining room. And there she says, "I want to give you a reading." So she takes my hand, and she puts what is that, vodka on my hand, lights it on fire, right? And then takes some more vodka, spit. Man, I can't make this up, man. Spits on my hand, right? I'm like, dude, what is going on? Then after this whole scene is done, she gives me a bracelet, a black and red bracelet for symbolizing my Orisha. My Orisha is Eligua. Eligua is the Orisha of fun and also seriousness. Like, so I can have a lot of fun, but I could be really serious at the same time. The end. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program.
No, how you gonna tell us that story and just go back to a regular scheduled program? It's
What
like,
questions do you have?
Sir,
Tell me the question that you have.
I don't need one more person in my life to be concerned about, okay? Now I'm worried about you because you'll go in a random woman's house and let her set your hand on fire.
It wasn't.
So now I worry.
Now you
I'm
worried about me?
that-
I'm glad.
Yes. Why would you do that?
Truth Radio, are you guys worried about me? Can we do a poll?
Trust me, it's up. Would you walk into a stranger's house for a horoscope reading? Yes or no? Should be 100%
And let
no.
her set your hand on fire. What do
Did
we
she have a business card at least?
She ain't even have the light up palm in her window. Nothing. Just okay.
No crystal ball or nothing. All it took was, "Hey, papi, ven aquí. Ven. She had like some little
that's
bread
cold.
or chocolates or whatever.
That's cold, man. All right.
I'm sorry. Manon, you speak Spanish?
Nah, I don't speak Spanish like
my.
that. I don't speak
Hell.
Spanish like that. You know, at the time I had a little broken Spanish in me. That was, it was cool. Like I did my thing. Come on, man. What can we get off of me
Concerned
right
about your
now?
Safety. Yeah, let's move on.
Can we move?
Well, we got to check back on that poll soon. But sir, please, no more random women houses. No more spit or fire in your
It's not
hands.
random women's
Like
houses.
that
The
is-
lady was almost 70 years old.
Do you think that helps?
Yeah, it does, right? It don't help.
That's how kidnappers get people. They're like, send an old woman or a child. And you're like, oh, it's a kid. It's an older woman. And then you don't have your organs no more because they sold them on the black market.
Listen, the lady was 70 years old. She spit in my hand. She set it on fire.
Oh my
I would have walked out right
Please
then.
don't. Right, I'm like, all right,
Matter of fact, give me
I'm
my
gonna
money back.
talk
You have to
you.
pay me now.
Did you pay her? Did you pay her?
Did I pay her? I don't remember if I
Not
paid
in
her.
U.S. dollars.
I don't remember I don't think I paid her. I don't think I paid her. Because she gave me the bracelet. Yeah. It was no payment method. No
maybe
Cash
she
App,
did the
nothing.
reading off the kindness of her heart.
Yeah. So
you're lucky man to have run into that kind woman.
yes.
But Please, no more.
Okay, y'all. Yeah, since y'all banning me from Cuba.
We worried.
Are y'all banning me from Cuba?
Just like, no more side quests. Okay, no more side quests.
No more side quests. This is off the rails.
Not
man.
without security or something present.
Really? I can't believe this, man.
I do. I'm the queen of side quests and random stuff, but even I have my rules.
Like I don't think you understand how dangerous that could have been.
It was during the day.
Even more so. Like they take people in broad daylight in those places. They do not care. They realize that you're not from here, that you don't speak the language, that you're not familiar with the area. Oh, they gonna take advantage of you.
I'm gonna set his hand on fire, tie his legs
and
up,
then
and
spit on you.
You'd have been like,
time out. She didn't spit. She didn't spit.
Is it okay if we take your lungs? Sí, por favor.
Oh,
Mucho.
Zach. Hey, Shannon, man, the lady ain't spit on. She ain't spit on me. She spit on my hand. I mean, it's technically on me, but you know, in the streets, it's on the streets. If somebody say they spit on you, that means they spit on a place where it not. They didn't give you didn't give her permission to spit. I gave her permission to spit on. Well, kinda on my hand.
Y'all don't even speak the same language. She was like, and you was like, see.
Hey, look, hey, we're gonna. You know what, Shannon? We're gonna go to the chat because this chat is blowing up, and I'm getting tired of this. I'm getting tired of this. Zach is over here in my ear talking about people in the chat. You over here talking about you letting people spit on you. I mean, it ain't like no camel hawk. Javon Mitchell says, "My granddad, rest in peace, is a Leo. Rest in peace to your granddad." Javon said, "Virgo season coming. Best sign we prepare early." Okay, thank you. Jasmine Jazz West said, "Hey y'all." Jovan Mitchell says, "So Shannon's a Cancer. The other dude, Monon, is a Leo. The other dude."
My birthday is after Monon, so I'm the Leo. He's the Cancer, if anything.
Right. Yeah, calm down, Jovan. It's a lot of famous Virgos. Like, calm those Virgo energies down right now. Wow, sounds creepy and weird and voodoo. Don't be afraid of voodoo. Don't be afraid of voodoo. Voodoo is not that weird. It's not weird. Jasmine.
So either.
Wait, what I walk into? Who house you go into? I was in Cuba.
A random woman's house.
I went into a woman's house
in another country.
An older lady.
You have to also explain you were just walking down the street. I knew this woman.
She was in a rocking chair too. She was in the rocking chair.
Scarier.
And then she's like, she's selling stuff, so why not go in? It's her house. So Marquina Brown says, "Dude, are you nuts?" I'm not going to answer that. Marquina Brown, he's talking about a dream. It's not a dream. It's real. I went to Cuba, and that's what happened. And Lucretia says, "Sir." And Marquina Brown said, "You said she spit on your hand." Yes, she did. She took a 2 jaws full of vodka. And I don't drink, so I can smell vodka. And then she
was lit already. Look, no, I'm just.
And then she lights my hand on fire and then spits on it again, like a whole full on spit. And then she said, "No, he did that in real life." Yes, of course I did in real life. I was there. And then yes, Virgo's best astrology sin. Then Jazz West said, "Not the rocking chair." Yes, the rocking chair. And then China 1991 says, "This story goes from bad to worse." Exactly.
Thank you.
I made it out. I'm here.
Worse to worse, sir.
And we are.
I'm here.
And we are happy you're here, but we are concerned. Okay.
You know what, y'all?
We don't know if we want to allow you to travel by yourself.
And when we come back, And we come back, we're gonna hear some of maybe Shannon's weird travel stories too. When y'all in about 2 minutes.
Listen, out of the country, I stick to myself. I don't go in nobody's house.
All right, cool.
You out of your damn mind.
Are you looking for a place to shop that offers a fair market price? Or how about a place that is clean with a friendly atmosphere, has been recently remodeled? You need to visit Century Food Store on 92nd and Lisbon Avenue. They offer a wide variety of grocery items, meats, and fresh vegetables at a fair market price. And don't forget the hot food section, which offers soul food, Indian, and Mexican foods. So what you waiting for? You can also order groceries through DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Instacart, or stop by Century Foods at 92nd and Lisbon Avenue today.
Our children I'm just the third wheel on the back of the truck. Man. And we got Zach over here. He got me like, I feel like I'm in the swamp, like running from, whoever. This is crazy. So we talking about
comments saying, Manon.
You said what?
I said I wonder what the comments saying, because I really wonder how you thought anybody would think that's safe behavior.
Man,
you thought people would be like, yeah, that's okay.
I've been in some wild situations, and this didn't look too wild to me. And to everybody else, it's very wild.
Taboo.
It's taboo.
Mm-hmm.
It's travel taboo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's
very taboo.
It's very taboo. So y'all, we talking about traveling and going into places that you really don't belong. And I think I belong. I belong on this earth. I belong, like, everywhere I walk, I feel like I can walk any place I want to walk. This belongs to me.
What? You're correct.
Thank you.
You have free agency
I
to do whatever you want
agency.
to do.
Yes.
Just like anybody else is. So you have to be careful where you walk because of the consequences that might come with it, like missing organs.
Keeping these organs right inside my body. Yep.
A safer bet is
What?
to stay out of random people's
The
houses
lady-
in Colombia or Cuba.
The lady was not. She had. Well, I mean, it was vodka and fire. So anyway, we're gonna go to these chats, guys, and Jovan Mitchell says, Manon tripping with the story. Jovan says, and he didn't even know her like that. He crazy. Yes, dude, tripping. I'm very concerned about his welfare. Listen, don't take this and run with it, y'all. I'm very much okay. Very much okay.
You're okay.
Yes. Y'all, I'm very much okay. Zach roasting y'all bad. Marquina Brown said, did you feel the heat from the blaze in your hand? Did you even jerk your hand back? Was you ready to run? Did you even remember where the front door was? Shannon's in disarray. Had to pay in other ways. He had to pay in other ways. Somebody said I had to pay in other ways, man. Come on.
What?
I mean, you did say she was 70 something.
What?
I told you it didn't help.
Hey, what's that face that basketball player make? What's his name? What?
Westbrook.
Yeah, exactly. Russell Westbrook. What?
That's funny.
Nah.
What?
Man. So, Shannon, go ahead. You can say what you want to say. I'm bowing out of this conversation.
So I feel like when you go out of the country, it's common knowledge to not go into people's homes that live there, or try not to look like a foreigner the best you can, or stay in the touristy areas. Was this at least in a touristy area? Probably not.
No.
It was in somebody else's hood.
Zach is over here.
Abuela
You're in
house.
somebody else's hood.
I was definitely in
Like
the
you
hood.
weren't even like in like a high traffic touristy area. That's
Nah.
wild.
Nah.
And they were looking for you, the one that's walking through. La 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 la. Come on, you don't speak English.
Right.
Man, that situation could have been bad. Well, we are happy you are here.
Yeah.
My side quest, I feel like if I'm gonna have a side quest, it's gonna be in the city. Even if I'm in the States and I'm traveling, I'm not going to nobody's house. I'm not going to nobody after set I don't know about. None of that. I'm sticking to like the touristy stuff, the well-known stuff. Or if I'm with a big group and we do something else and they know people there, cool. But we ain't doing that. My side quest, when I'm doing stuff that I probably shouldn't do, gonna be right in the city of Milwaukee, because at least then I know people know me. People gonna be like, I saw Shannon with such and such. I saw Shannon here. Like there was one Halloween where I was on a food truck helping make food with my Halloween costume on. They let me do it. It was fun. Went from there to somebody was like, dude, my homeboy went home early. Like we live downtown. You should wake him up, because I had a like flight attendant outfit. He was like, wake him up and tell him he's late for his flight. Went into his apartment, woke him up. He was like, wait, I'm late for my flight. It was crazy. But I was with people that I knew, and I was in Milwaukee, in a city that I know. And I was also in a safe neighborhood.
Zach, go ahead.
I don't know which one to hit. Let's go with it.
It's still wild, but it's in Milwaukee. It's safer. It's safer. It's good old fun where like I know I was with somebody I knew already, and I was like, should I go do it? They were like, yeah, let's go. I was like, let's roll. I knew that apartment already. It's in a safe neighborhood. It's cool. I was like, you know what? Let's wake his friend up and play this prank on him. It was hilarious.
I don't know. How did he take it?
Yeah. What?
He was drunk. He was like, wait, what?
Oh, he was drunk too? Oh,
he was drunk,
it was even worse.
Yeah,
he thought he died. He was dead asleep. Yeah, probably.
Oh, you woke him up. He almost had a heart attack. Having a heart attack and being drunk at the same time, it's not a safe bet.
It was Halloween, so it was funny. It wasn't even like a scary prank or nothing like that. It was just confusing. Like, why is this flight attendant waking me up?
What airlines was it, though?
What? I was dressed like Britney Spears from the Toxic video, so yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I never seen the video, but I'll just try to figure out if he was flying Spirit.
Nah, it was a blue Halloween costume. He would have been really scared. Damn. Man, rest in peace, Spirit. I miss that airline.
Rest in peace, man. Yeah, Spirit went down, boy. Ooh.
They was the only one that could get me from Vegas to Milwaukee, no stops and cheap. Mm-hmm. Like now I have to like have a layover and it's more expensive.
Yep. I remember
unless I go all the way to Chicago.
Yep. Yeah. Dang. And that's an extra $50 on the train.
Man, it's like, dog, at this point I'm paying more, taking longer.
Mm-hmm.
Torture. They was the only people. I flew Spirit when they had that IT outage. They was the only people in the air. I didn't care.
For real?
I was getting to Miami. Yes, I was at the airport when they had that IT outage. Remember that like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at the airport and I was like, man, thank God for Spirit. They was the only people like, listen, buckle up, we heading out. I was
like, they had people pushing the plane though.
I was like, okay, on the count of 4, everybody run and hop on top.
I'm not even gonna say who they had pushing the plane, but they had people pushing the plane.
Nah, it was good time, me and Spirit. I miss Spirit.
I miss Spirit
good
too.
Stories from Spirit Airlines, man.
Yeah.
People used to clown Spirit, man. I was never embarrassed.
It was
they
always
me
fights
exactly where I gotta
on
go
Spirit.
to.
It was always fights on
Man.
Spirit. All the time.
Always something, right?
If you ain't had like that 1A seat, you were sitting in the worst seat. Like if you ain't had that one seat that was 1A up front and by the door, all the rest of the seats was whack. Then you had that 1A seat, that's the best seat. I'm gonna tell you, I got on my last flight with Spirit. These people were like dang late, and they were at the door of the airplane, but you know when they close the airplane door, they cannot reopen it, right? The lady stood there. She did not move. She did not move until the gate started till the plane started to pull away. Like she literally was standing there. Man, I can't make this.
Where was security at?
Man,
what
security
fell off.
I don't know, but that's Spirit. I was like,
That's
this is the last time I
though.
ever fly Spirit ever in life.
Spirit was ghetto,
She literally,
but there
it was like
no
she was on the
better
edge of a cliff.
option. I bet. Dude, I remember one Spirit flight I was on. I'll never forget it. I think it was actually on the way back from the Miami trip that I took when the IT outage was. There was this lady cussing out her husband, and like he was just like quiet. And I'm like, dang, like I think everybody just felt it. No, it was on Spirit. We were leaving Miami, going back to Vegas.
Oh yeah,
the lady was like,
if she cussing them out from Miami, then you know what happened.
Yeah, something crazy. But I do think she was off, and I'll tell you why in a second. She was literally cussing him out. He was just quiet the whole time. Somebody, baby in the back of the plane, started crying like nonstop the whole time we waiting to take off. Then somebody on the side somewhere, backside, yelled, "Shut that effing baby up." Like it was the wildest stuff. While this lady still cussing this man out, she finally stopped cussing him out, then start having a seizure. He like, she's bipolar, she's off her. I'm like, I want to go home. Like that was the worst flight I've ever had.
Oh, are you serious?
I'm not even joking. I was like,
oh, that's so sad.
It was sad, but like I said, I don't know if they got into it or if she was just going through, the motions. Because he was quiet, and I was just kind of looking like, dang, like he just taking it, but must be they thing,
I used to
like,
live.
she's not medicated.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, if that's the case, there's a lot of non-medicated individuals in Miami that are cussing out their husbands because I've seen it all the time.
Man,
I seen it all the time living down there. Literally, lived on the boardwalk, and you saw that probably twice a week.
Oh, easily. Miami, Vegas, those big places, that's just a place where a lot of people get into a lot of stuff that they ain't supposed to be getting into or doing stupid stuff. So I could see how and why that would often happen.
Ray Nitty is in the chat. What up, Ray? Where you at, man? No, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody.
Right.
Don't tell nobody.
Don't tell nobody.
Tell nobody.
Don't tell nobody.
You will be.
He ain't in
Hopefully
Cuba
it's
letting
not
the witch
you in
spit
Cuba?
on his hand.
Ray, you in Cuba?
If you are, stay away from that old lady.
No, go to her and get your reading.
Go to her. Crazy. Go to her.
You better go, man. I wanted to see you with the Yoruba beads, baby. Come on, Ray.
Man, you can get them.
To greater things. Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
I ain't gonna play with you.
Yes, welcome back. Welcome back. Glad y'all are tuning in to Lunch Break with your fill-in, Manon. That's me. And we got maybe Shannon. What up, Shannon? How you doing?
Yo, what's up? What's up? I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. What's on the menu?
Man, let me let y'all know what's on the menu. Get ready. 101.7 The True Family Fest is back. Join us Saturday, August 22nd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Riverside University High School for free back-to-school resources, live entertainment, family activities, and community fun. Vendors and sponsors can reserve a spot by emailing Sierra.Brown CIERRA.Brown@MilwaukeeBlackMedia.com. Proudly sponsored by Educators Credit Union, American Family Insurance, Milwaukee Public Schools, and Ascension. Make sure y'all reserve a spot. Okay?
Make sure y'all
at Family Fest, man.
Yeah, for sure. Make sure y'all reserve a spot. Straight up. Let's go to the chat. I love this chat. Zach roasting y'all bad. What are these chats? What else? Javon said he had to pay in other ways. I don't have to pay nothing. I didn't have to pay nothing. I don't pay. Man. Ray said, hey, okay, there we are. Ray said he's in New York City for his wife B-Day. Word up. Word up. I like that, Ray. Shout out to Ray Nitty celebrating his wife. We love that. Send us some pictures and bring back a keychain. I'm just saying, sir, you should be careful. Jovan said, I'm just saying you should be careful on doing that, Mr. Sabir. You out the country too, and pick him. Something could have kidnapped him or worse. I agree 100%, 100 with Shannon. Please be careful on out the country. Jovan says, even worse from Shannon. Jovan said, you better than that. He probably thought you was a real flight attendant or thought it was a YouTube prank. Man.
Yeah, so it's funny. I kept my organs.
I got mine too.
Nobody set me on fire. Nobody spat on me. Nothing.
I did get spat on, and I did get set on fire. And here's the thing. Before we go even further into me being set on fire, here's the thing. I was real cautious. I thought that my entire body would be set on fire, but it was actually a wild feeling of like your hand being set on fire. And then it's like dissipated and she spat on it again. I was like, okay, go do what you gotta do, girl.
You know, hey, I guess you gotta do everything at least once in this life.
Yeah. So when you go to Cuba, get spat on. And they said, Jovan said they got flights, $99 from Milwaukee to California Southwest. Okay.
Milwaukee to California, for real?
Milwaukee to Cali. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all take that trip. Cali is fun. Cali is a fun trip.
Cali is a fun trip. And then Jovan said Spirit Airlines, Greyhound out of the sky. Yeah. Rest in peace. Where's the Undertaker? We got any Undertaker music for Spirit Airlines real quick, y'all? I mean, we need to, before we go on. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, Ray. Hey, so Ray said, damn, what the hell? You got spit on and set on fire? Sound like a Diddy party, bro.
By a 70-year-old woman, right?
We're going to switch subjects.
Look, Ray, who you leave me here with? No, I'm just...
Ray said, you said you was at a freak off? No, man, Ray, I was not at a freak off. Listen, I was in Cuba. I heard Spirit Airlines closed the ground. This guy very hood. Listen, man. So for everybody listening, just joining us, I was not at some wild party. I was not at a wild party. I seen some crazy stuff in New York, but I wasn't even in New York. It was in Cuba. I walked past the lady's house. She told me to come in. She's an older lady. She's like 68, 70 years old. Tells me to come in the house. I come in the house. She has front part of her house is, a little shop. Other part, she says she wants to give me her reading. She then, wants to do the reading, does the reading, blah, blah, blah. And she spits in my hand, sets my hand on fire, spits in it again with some vodka. All right? That's it.
And he think that was
and I'm alive.
a good idea. And we're trying to explain that was not safe. And he was like, what was wrong with it? He also barely spoke Spanish. So
I'm still here. My foot is on my feet. My feet are on my feet. I still got my organs. They work very fine.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. My head, man, look, still there. Brain still work. I'm good. No chickens.
You might have woke up a week later and ain't even realize it was a week later.
I could have been a zombie. And right now, I'm probably a zombie now.
Kidney.
Yeah. Wait, man, you know what? We need to switch. Jasmine Jazz West said, yeah, we need to switch gears. But nah, you walked right into the Milwaukee rib session. Yes, I did. I'm not afraid to get ribbed. I'm just not afraid. So y'all just go ahead. Make it happen. Great.
Manon tired of us. Okay, we done. We sorry, Manon. You do what you want to do. Okay, you go to Cuba and visit random elderly people that set people on fire.
She basically had her AARP card. That's it. You know,
she ain't had no AARP up in Cuba.
It was not AARP. But the lady, she looked great. I mean, 70 years old. She looked 70, but I'm just saying.
She looked normal.
Yeah. So Big Tigger, talking about being estranged and kidnapped. Mr. Tigger, Atlanta talk show host, radio show host, real name Darian Morgan, was arrested Monday. His wife was arrested Monday. His estranged wife was arrested Monday in Atlanta on a felony traffic stop on kidnapping. Warrants out of Maryland. Her real name is Alicia Brown. So the warrants stem from the disappearance of her 10-year-old daughter, Alicia Brown, missing since May 2019 from Reisterstown, Maryland. She'd be basically 17 today. That's missing for 7 years. 7 years,
That's
Shannon.
Insane. Yeah.
7 years.
I think what happened was, so this whole situation started with her accusing him of being abusive.
Okay.
And then and from there, all the details start coming out, and then this video come out of them like quote unquote fighting over a phone, which made her look crazier. Whoever her friend was in the background yelling, "Mr. Tigger, let her go!" Like,
who was that?
It was
person?
just so. I think that was her friend just recording the altercation, but it didn't look good. It sounded like the friend's just yelling stuff that's not even happening in the video. And from that, people start digging up other things. So now you have this information coming out that she not only lost full custody of her child before this child went missing, and they said she lost custody, and one of the pieces of evidence that came forward was that she left that baby in the car for like 8 hours while she was at the casino.
Oh.
Gambling and whatnot back in the day. I wouldn't even say back in the day, because that would be I think 2009.
And she's 37
like
now?
that. I believe
Mr.
so.
Tigger.
But
That's what Ray
but
said.
this is the same baby that she got arrested for kidnapping charges, which they said this little girl is still missing. Nobody knows where this child is. So it's like, so this story, it just opened a can of worms to a lot of other things. And my thing too is like, things happen in life, right? But if a woman loses custody of their child, if that ain't a big red flag, most places they will fight for the woman to keep custody of a child. Like, you got to be a real down low, dirty elbow, ashy foot woman to lose full custody of your child. So the whole Mr. Tigger abuse allegations and stuff, that's all I had to hear, that she left her child in a car for 8 hours to gamble and then lost full custody because of all the evidence against her. That's all I had to hear to know this woman is crazy. Shouldn't have never been married to her, but we're not victim blaming here. And now the story comes out that this child has been missing for 7 years? And they still have not found this child.
What?
So that's what she got arrested on.
Oh, this is...
The dad had full custody of that child. And I guess when it came time to, she must have been visiting her mom. And when it came time to, give said baby back, baby never showed up. So for years, he's been asking, where's my child?
Woo! Welcome back to the lunch break. I'm your host, Monon Sabir, filling in for Ray. And we have, of course, maybe Shannon. Shannon, what is up? How are you going into the extended lunch break?
Man, feeling good. And hour 2, we feeling good.
Hey, we got a poll. We got a poll to report. The poll says, would you walk into a stranger's house for a horoscope reading? 91% unanimously voted no. 9% said yes. It was 11 votes.
Man, you gotta elaborate. You gotta say a stranger's house in a foreign country.
A stranger's house in a foreign country in Cuba. Would y'all walk? But you did, man. Come on, y'all getting me? Y'all getting me?
Come on out.
Shannon can walk into a stranger's house.
Mr. Tigger.
But
in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, with a friend, with knowing exactly where I am.
What's your friend last name? You remember your friend last name?
Yeah.
What's your friend last name?
Webster.
Really?
Cap. I knew her. I know her. I've known her like since she was little.
Cap.
But even then, Milwaukee
listen.
is Milwaukee because Rob from Brown Deer texted us at 833-212-1017, and he said Jeffrey Dahmer lived in a safe neighborhood in Milwaukee. Just because you're in Milwaukee doesn't mean you're safer than when you're in a foreign country.
Well, when you know your surroundings and you know the people you with, me and my homegirl would have gave it to that man like that woman was beating on that man outside that Walgreens. We would have turned that man every way but loose. You hear me? Hello?
That lady
Jeffrey would have been begging to be out of his apartment. Okay, we would have.
That lady whooped the mess out of that dude. Man,
hello.
That's crazy.
Man, look, I don't go nowhere with people I don't trust. Me and my homegirl would have turned that man every way but which loose.
I feel y'all, man. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? I would have. I mean, that lady, 70 years old, she had no chance against me. and I was fighting a lot during that period of time, so she couldn't handle.
Man,
what?
But our problem is, what if you walked into the house? You talking about it was a back room and all this, and it was a gang of Cubans back there, organ investors.
She
look, probably was the front.
They'd have been investing in their own organs. I'd have, man, listen. Somebody's coming with me.
Now you're gonna have to show me some of your sword work when we get out there, okay? I'm a judge if you would have been safe or not. Okay?
I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold an entire Truth Radio self-defense course for people who are ready. I'm gonna show y'all how I get out of those situations. Man,
all right. Listen, so you done promised us a self-defense course. And you promised that you could eat a biscuit in 30 seconds from Popeyes yesterday. So you've been making a lot of promises. I'm starting to feel like you a politician, Manon.
Dang, that's cold. But look, here we go. If you want to do a self-defense course, y'all just raise your hand. All the people who want to do a self-defense course, let me know. Let us know in the chat if you want a self-defense course from yours truly, and I'll help you with self-defense in your life. So, Mr. Tigger. Can we get back to Mr. Tigger? Because, man, I'm feeling like Mr. Tigger. Yeah. Like, what'd I do? So, Mr. Tigger, Big Tigger, we're talking about Mr. Tigger before we jump back into Cuba. He has a wife. His wife is named Alicia Brown, and she is allegedly, she's in custody for kidnapping her daughter.
Yep.
What? I mean, come on.
And that's stemming from something that happened in 2019. So it's not like she's just like crashing out and going on this crazy people spree. Right. She been crazy. Yeah. Quite clearly. Yeah. So this is just something that, like, I feel like this public relationship, this public battle between her and Mr. Tigger.
Yeah.
I think it just brought more heat to what she already got going on, basically.
Yeah. That's true. So they basically just
that's just crazy.
They just drummed up because you can. Yeah, they just drummed up that. They didn't drum up some charges, but they drummed up the things that were related to her in her past, and she got hit with it. Do you think so?
Or maybe, I wonder, because they said the missing person case, if I'm not mistaken, came out of Maryland.
Right.
So they probably really didn't know where she was. And now that her fight with Mr. Tigger is so big on the internet, they probably was able to track her down. Like, oh, okay, well, now we see she in Atlanta is where she got picked up.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe they probably didn't even know where she was. I'm not sure if she was married to Mr. Tigger at the time of her child's disappearance.
Right.
But there's not any allegation saying that he helped with this child's disappearance or whatever may have happened. So it's nothing like that. So I'm thinking that was something before she was even with him. I know she lost custody long before the child disappeared.
Yeah.
But yeah. And so then it's like, what happened to this child?
This is crazy. Man, I was about to say that. Where is the child? Where is the child at? At the grandma's house? With a friend?
They don't know. They still don't know.
In Mexico?
They still don't know. This child would be 17 now. So it's like,
she changed the child's name.
Like this worry me. You think so?
Yeah.
Situations
That's
like
allegedly.
this worry me because people be crazy. Like I just think the worst. When you think of when I think of a mother so unfit that you lose your child, not even like you like, okay, my child can stay with the parent. I can't handle this, right? When you're fighting for your child in court and the evidence is so damning that they give full custody of a little girl to their dad.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta be one of the worst. You gotta be trash.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. So it just worries me that, like, hopefully she is with the grandma and doing well and she's somewhere living happily ever after.
Yeah.
But for a child to be 17 now and there's still no, like, traces of that child.
You know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Hopefully that was her in the video recording calling him Mr. Tigger. I don't know.
Man.
I hope she's still around. I hope she's still alive and well and like thriving.
Yeah, I hope hopefully that's the case. Hopefully that's the case. And she's just being picked up for the warrant and she just has to clear her name. Hopefully that's the case. And I don't want to see people in jail or in prison or like that if they can clear things up officially. And make things right. If you can make it right, then make it right. I don't want to see it, but that's highly unfortunate. And to have a daughter missing for 7 years from the dad's perspective is really got to be heartbreaking. And to have custody of her.
Exactly. He had full custody.
He is not living his life right.
I should have never let her even go over there.
Yeah.
And like I said, if she's this crazy, like people that allege abuse and they're lying, people that like do stuff like leave your child in a car in a casino parking lot for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Like, and she was a small child. Something's not right up there. So I think my mind automatically goes to something other than like that child being safe.
Yeah.
That's where my mind goes. Like, I'm like, she don't sound like the wheels are turning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think whatever her name is, his wife, the wheels have definitely stopped at like halfway around. For real.
Yeah.
Like she has
something ain't right.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's been playing it off real cold with Mr. Tigger. Mr. Tigger. And
Tigger.
But look, here's the bonus layer though. Tigger's co-host, Francesca Amaker, filed a defamation lawsuit against the wife, Alicia Brown. And then she claimed, so Brown like basically falsely accused her of having an affair with Big Tigger.
Yeah, I saw that was a part of why it blew up so big, like about the abuse allegations, because she basically was alleging that she was, he's sleeping with the co-host and this and that, and like she started getting bullied and she started getting dragged into mess, and she, basically like let all that blame fall on this co-host, which was innocent.
Right.
So it's like people that do stuff like that, it's a lot more.
Yep.
The marbles up there.
Yep. And the dad went on to like interview. He did an interview, I guess, with somebody, and he said that he still misses his daughter still basically wants her home. I can only imagine, like, not, ooh, man.
10 years old, that's a baby. Like, that's literally like a baby, dude. And
Right.
like now she would be 17. That's a big chunk of somebody's life. Like just, and you don't even know where they are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't know.
That's, man. I
Praise to that
hopefully,
man.
hopefully, I
Hopefully
think
they get
you
some answers.
say it again.
I said prayers to that man. Hopefully they get some answers. Hopefully she, is safe and like you said, with a grandma or something like that, and it's nothing more nefarious going on. But like with her track record and hearing all like the things against her, it's just starting to sound like this woman is a little devilish, ain't she?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Hey y'all, when we come back, we're gonna discuss a little bit more. We're gonna cap this conversation and discuss Brandy. What's going on with her when we return into
Council.
Welcome back to the extended lunch break with Ray and Shannon. I'm filling in for Ray. My name is Monon. Sabir, remember that on the chat because people was like, dude. And we got Shannon. What up, Shannon?
What's up?
Hey, so Brandy the singer. She got a key to the city, Mississippi, July 6th.
Ray J brother.
Ray J. I forget. We can't even go. Ray J is a. So she got the key to the city. Key to the city in McComb, Mississippi. Man, McComb. Shout out to McComb. And announced her Norwood Kids Foundation. So they're partnered with a middle school for band equipment. So she donated $100,000 for instruments. So photos spread of her, and the conversation shifted to her appearance. And some said that she looked thinner than usual. And Brandy has always been, thin.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And others attributed to her natural aging, and she noted she resembles, and they noticed she resembles her mom. So, what do you saw these pictures? I seen like a couple, but you saw the pictures.
Yeah. So I saw the pictures, and I've seen the discourse around her appearance, and she does look a lot skinnier than what she has in the past.
Right.
I will give you that. But I saw some people saying like she taking but everybody that lose weight now, people say they taking that what is it called?
Ozempic.
They're like, oh, she on Ozempic. She taking the Ozempic. Why she doing that? And it's like, I don't think it's that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's that.
Nah.
At all.
I don't think so
I
either.
feel like if anything, Ray J stressing her out. Look, that's probably what's going on. Her brother then stressed her out to no end, if anything.
Getting knocked out
Then we
in the ring.
For crying blood, all types of stuff he got going on.
Dang. Yeah.
Too much.
Too much.
But no, I do think we a conversation about people commenting on people's appearance gotta slow down a little bit, because like even with the Black Panther star, when he was really thin and
Chadwick Boseman
disclosed that he was dying. Yeah, Chadwick. Like he didn't disclose he was dying, and people was on him.
Yep.
Like his last post, hey, why you getting so skinny? And now he dead, and y'all, rest in peace, King.
Rest in peace. Dang. Yeah. I talked to, it's crazy. Right. I talked to his neighbor. So his neighbor.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like he was like Chad was always super healthy, or healthy, lived in the South, whatever, but he was always a healthy guy. And when that started happening, people in the neighborhood just knew like something was wrong. So we could say anything like Ozempic, Wegovy, whatever, Zepbound, like all this stuff can be out in the market and people can be taken in Hollywood, possibly. But there's something there. There's something going on. Yeah, and they have the right to privacy, right?
Right.
Like,
And I don't think it's always something like like what you said, like she got an eating disorder, she want to be this skinny. Like it's not always that. And yeah, I think look, me and Ray talked about it a few days ago. Like Black people gonna tell you if you're getting big or little. They gonna say something about your weight. They gonna say it.
yeah.
And it's just like y'all never know what people going through.
Yeah.
Like even with Mooney Long, I think her name is, like she obviously like gained a lot of weight, and like people was going in on her like why she look like that, and people do not, especially on social media, like the delivery just be nasty, and like I'm sure they get sick of seeing it. Like they know they don't look the same. You know what I'm saying? And it's not always like, yeah, man. And come to find out, didn't she have like a double kidney transplant or something like that? Like
I think so. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like we really gotta give people grace, man.
Yeah. We definitely do. Like Grace is underrated. Especially when we're talking about our celebrities or people that are in the limelight, like, or even partial like how we are. We're on this stage, and people can judge how they see us from their point of view and perspective, but they really don't know what's going on. Really.
Yeah, it's so much that goes into like anything, the background of anything, and like you said, they don't know what's going on in nobody's life or what the setup is or anything. So it's like, give people grace, man.
Yeah.
It's just sad to see.
Yeah. Yep. I know Brandy had, like in 2022, she went home for dehydration and low nutrition. She cut a concert short in Chicago. So, that's the life of a star, of a person who's trying to make it. Like she still has hits. She can still perform. Hey, man.
She's still fairly young too. How old is Brandy? Like 40 something?
Yeah, she got to be like 45, 46, something like that. So she's
47.
That's
47,
crazy because she been a star my entire life. Like she been, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot on a person, man. Like you would think like the way she's been a celebrity my entire life, you would think she at least 70. You know what I'm saying? Like she's young and like just been doing it. So
her first album at age 14, I think it was. So, and she had a cold voice then, and now, I mean, it's still an excellent voice. So I think, man, we got to stay out of people's business, so we can allow them to have enough grace to walk.
Ain't got nothing helpful to say.
Yeah,
got nothing helpful.
Yeah, if you ain't got nothing helpful to say,
people just want to point out the obvious.
Talk about her cheeks sucking and stuff like that. Come on, man, you gotta leave her alone. She's gotten a Hollywood Walk of Fame star. She got she did the Icon Award for Grammy Week. She headlined S-Fest. It's a lot. That's a lot of work. So people don't realize like how much preparation goes into even getting a Walk of Fame star. You got to. That's a lot of wear and tear on your body. Essence Fest, she probably got rehearsals. Yep.
Yeah. Like, and then it's like, I ain't even that busy and I be trying to schedule a time to eat. Look, I'll be like, okay, if I sleep a little less this day and wake up, like, it's just like, man, you dang near gotta, look, puree all your meals when you that busy. Look.
Right. Y'all better start juicing.
Blend this burger and fry.
Yep. Y'all better start juicing. Forget these burgers and see, here we go about the burgers and fries. Man, these burgers and fries.
Let me puree this 5-piece chicken meal.
5-piece chicken meal? Man. Well, did you?
I know you love to eat. That's what they about you.
So did you go out?
You gonna eat, boy. I tell you that.
All my life. Did you go out and get some McDonald's yesterday?
I did not. I was proud of myself.
Good.
I ate some chicken and rice that was already at the house that I guess you could say I meal prepped it.
So yesterday, y'all,
so
we were
talking. Good. I stuck to it.
So let me update the viewers, the audience. We were talking about the parasites, and then ultimately Shannon says about these parasites that are living on, fruits and vegetables, that we should that gives us a free agency to go and eat McDonald's fries and fish sandwich or chicken sandwich, whatever you said, burgers and fries.
Yeah, because the problem is coming from the fruits and veggies. So to be safe, I was just saying you might as well go ahead to KFC, go to Burger King, just avoid the fruits and vegetables altogether and grab you a little chicken snack. I was joking, of course, guys.
But it's good logic.
Give or take.
It is great logic.
It's good logic.
It's great logic.
That's why Manon mad. He you can't argue with logic.
You can't argue.
If that's where the problem is coming from, and they don't have the money in the budget because they didn't cut everything to figure out exactly stay away from strawberries or stay away from lettuce. They can't even tell you what to stay away from. Why would I keep playing Russian roulette with the bubbly guts?
The bubbly guts. Who does anybody in our listeners? Has anybody had the bubble guts from parasites? Can we do a poll? Bubble guts from parasites.
I'd rather not.
Okay, let's not do that. Okay,
do a poll on
no
this
poll.
one.
No poll.
I think
Zach asked me out.
Take people's word for it and infer that everybody has had bubble guts.
We believe it, Manon. Taco Bell will do that. You don't need no parasites.
Oh, remember we used to call it Taco Hell? Man, they had to rebrand themselves.
Well, that's the other thing. They had to stop selling some items now, too, because of all of this stuff going around.
Yeah.
Wait.
Which is all Trump's fault, by the way.
They use lettuce. True. Yep. They use lettuce and tomatoes and stuff on a lot of their stuff. So, look, they had to make their stuff less healthy because they like, well, we got to, they was using my logic. We don't know where it's coming from. We got to get rid of the healthy stuff.
Back to those backyard gardens. You better start growing your own fruit and vegetables. Yeah. That's what's happening. You got to grow your own stuff. You can't rely on everybody else to have the answer. You got to have the answer right there at your home.
You ain't got the answer, Sway.
Oh, how, Sway? How, Sway? I'm.
I live in the desert. How, Sway?
How, Sway?
How, Sway?
right. How, Sway?
You ain't got the answers, Manon.
I do got the answer. You gotta wait till the
how much
you gotta wait till the rain barrels are filled up to water the plants.
We don't get no rain here. That's why the people live in tunnels. We don't use them for rain. We ain't got none.
What?
Look it up.
They live in
Tunnel
what?
People, I swear. I knew one. That's we going off subject. We could touch base on that another day. It's real though. Look it up.
Tunnels?
It's hot out here. It's so hot the sun hurts your skin. So being out in this type of heat is actually painful. We don't get rain. So they literally have communities under the city in the tunnels where the rain does not go because we don't have any.
Communities of people who are homeless.
Mm-hmm. Like
Whoa.
complete communities. And when we randomly get that rain, like you'll see like the police officers going into the tunnels and stuff and like clearing them out because they like, hey y'all, the rain is finally coming. Y'all gotta move. Time to move. But they live there most of the year. Yeah. And when the rain goes, they come back. Build it up again.
That is very, very interesting.
Yeah, look it up. It's documentaries and everything. I actually knew a person that used to be unhoused, and he was like, yeah, I used to stay in the tunnels.
Whoa. Okay.
So, very interesting.
Shout out to my people who are.
So how I'm supposed to grow this this food, Manon? Was over here.
First of all, you need seeds. Man, they got cactus out there. Cactus got whole water. Y'all just cut a cactus open and just drink it back. Never mind. So when we come back,
live off of water.
Man,
I got water.
House way.
I'm talking about food.
Man, today has definitely been one of them episodes.
You know what? Now I got somebody to blame for me binging fast food. I'm like, Manon said he had the answers. He ain't tell me how to grow the food. I have to eat fast food.
I'm about to tell y'all when we come back. When we come back, you know what? I'm about to tell y'all how to grow food in the desert. That's what I'm about to do. When we come back.
Tunnels, about 5 years since COVID. They had one homeless shelter that was overran, and I just followed the tracks and ended up down here.
That place, a network of tunnels stretching hundreds of miles, originally meant to divert rainwater, and now home to an entire underground population, all living just a few feet under the bright lights of the Las Vegas Strip.
How many people do you estimate are living here right now?
Approximately 12 to 1,500.
So we are 3 feet
Caesar's Palace.
beneath Caesar's Palace on the Las Vegas Strip.
You said it yourself. You've been here many times. You would never even know it was here.
Rob was addicted to a number of substances and says he's now been clean for nearly 7 years. This is a world he once knew firsthand.
I was underground for about 2.5 years. I had found somewhere that I could go and be left alone and not bothered and not have to worry about the direct sun or the wind or the randomness, right? And there was a lot of chaos in my tunnel too, but it was like the devil I knew.
Nationwide, the latest data shows more than 771,000 people experienced some kind of homelessness in 2024. The Trump administration has attempted to
What? Welcome back to the extended lunch break with Ray and Shannon, and we just was listening to the people living in the tunnels under Las Vegas.
I'm surprised y'all didn't know this.
Nah.
Yeah, under Las Vegas. Yeah.
What?
I'm very surprised this isn't like more known information, but I guess not. Because I guess the problems homeless people would face here is so different from what the problem homeless people would face in Wisconsin. Like, you'll freeze to death in Wisconsin, right? Mm-hmm. In the summertime, you're not really exposed to extreme heat that often. You know what I mean? So it's not like you have to like find shelter during the summer months, you know what I mean? But like here, you got months of 110-degree weather. Like, it get up to 120. Like, your sandals be sticking to the concrete. So you know what I mean? Like, can you imagine laying out in that? Like, there's no escaping that type of heat for months.
Dang. So that is wild. Okay. What? I didn't know this. This is some real information.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's crazier to see like people, like you could see like homeless people like going into the tunnel entrances. I'm like, interesting. But it makes sense.
Like they got like
skills. It makes sense.
They got barcodes to get into the. I mean, how do you get into the tunnel?
They probably got a secret knock. You know, it's literally like sometimes it's just open. Sometimes most tunnels, right? I think it's just open, or like they probably move the little gate, get in there. But I do think like I've seen videos that say like some of them are very like you gotta be in with us.
You gotta know somebody to know somebody.
You know out. Yeah, like they don't really let outsiders in like that, which is understandable. They gotta protect themselves too. Not everybody probably go down there with good intentions, you know?
Yeah.
So they gotta protect their community.
You know what though? I gotta think about this, because that doesn't sound too far from how people used to live in ancient times, like some thousands of years ago, underneath Persia, Persia area, like what would it be, Syria, like Turkey, Syria. They had people of the catacombs. They had people who actually lived underground, and they would only come up, but to like during the night and to do certain things. But they had an entire city. So, yeah, I mean, I guess that sounds about right. I'm pretty sure people are still doing that.
Yeah, especially when you think about like the heat or, you know, whatever extremities that they face. Most of these shelters are going to be like completely packed.
Right.
A lot of people don't want to, like, the reality is a lot of people don't want to deal with homeless people hanging around like certain places. Like they can't just all take over Walmart where there's AC. They can probably go certain places for a little while, like the library, and like get cooled off a little bit, probably find a cooling station, but you can't just be there all day.
Mm-hmm.
And then you think about places like the Las Vegas Strip. Like Las Vegas is kind of known for like the glitz and glam.
Yeah.
They can't have a whole community of homeless people just overrunning it. They probably, you know what I mean? They probably move them away. Like I forgot where they said, like, was it California? They said they like shipped a bus full of homeless people away. Am I talking about the same? Like they try to build, like when they know eyes are on certain things, they try to make it look better. When you go to California as a regular tourist, you see like tents everywhere. Like
yeah,
it's crazy. But when they know like eyes are gonna be on that city, like an award show or something, they ain't finna keep a tent in front of the red carpet.
Yo, they used to do that. They used to do
they move people around.
Yes, they will do that. They will move entire communities. They did that in on the beach. And when I was living on the beach, what they would do is they would go around. They had this ordinance where they said that you only could be on the beach if you on the boardwalk for a certain amount of time, and then you had to bounce. So they would make everybody, if you were asleep at night, you'd have to leave by like 6 o'clock in the morning. They would have these squad cars just ride up and down the boardwalk in their cars and just round up people and tell them to leave. They cleaned it up.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Ooh, that's wild. It's one dude, he always used to be on the beach, and he would, I don't know how he got away, but every morning he would go to the showers and he would be super lathered up. He would go to the shower, like he would hey, come on, y'all. Not lathered like that. See, listen. Listen. Not lathered like that. Like he went swimming. He went swimming, and we had all his gear with him, but he would go and like he must have had like the soapy suds, and he would just be like,
where was he getting these suds?
I mean, if you're unhoused, you know, you go to the places, you get your body wash, and then he
so he had the extra suds. He had the bubble bath suds.
Yes, he had the bubble bath suds, and every morning he would suds himself down. And when the wind, man, you can't stand downwind because he's like the suds are blowing in your face, so you gotta go all the way around.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah, man, like
he was getting hit with his suds. Why were you so close to this man?
He was outside my building every morning.
You couldn't even stand on your balcony without getting hit with his suds.
It was 23 flights, so I was on.
You're like, it's bubbles coming past my window. We know what time it is.
Yes, man, we're gonna
tell he's down there sudsing up.
Man, we're gonna go to the chat real quick because Jovan Mitchell is going like that's man. Jovan said, Jovan is going off. Jovan talked about Sabir and Shannon. There's an artist named Jane Hancock. She's on death row. She got a song called "I Like My Weed" and I want to thank myself. Okay, her and October London Code. Yes, we were talking flight prices going to Disneyland in August, $99 each way. California Southwest Shannon. If you're interested, check it out. AARP, Big Tigger from Rap City, Messed Up Situation. Love that show. Then he said, wow, Alexis Patterson. Jasmine West says, I'm a yellow belt. That's a yellow belt in martial arts and karate. Okay. Jovan Mitchell said, that's ratchet. I was hoping BET bought Rap City back with the reboot. Baby mama bogus for leaving the kid in the car to gamble. Please keep eating fruits and vegetables. No McDonald's wash fruits for parasites, or grow your own like I do, and bubbly guts. No, I've had bubbly guts from TB. Super bubble guts. Okay. Okay, Javon. I grow my own fruits and vegetables myself, and they said it's National Nude Week, and the weather being hot might do that. And homeless communities, it's for real. They have seeds for fruits at Home Depot and Ace Hardware. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. You just got to have good soil for growing fruits and vegetables in the desert. So you just use compost. You mix the soil with your compost, and your soil will start to become more rich. That's how you grow fruits and vegetables in the desert. Shannon, thank you.
How do I make a compost?
The food that you eat, you just put it in the container and let it break down. Mix it with a little bit of soil. You can put like some sand in there. It'll break down.
I'm gonna try this out. How long it take for me to get a little strawberry and some lettuce? I'm gonna make a lettuce salad tonight.
Good question. Good question.
See, McDonald's it is. No, I'm joking.
McDonald's salad.
My health relies on you. They don't even have salad no more there, actually.
Oh, they don't?
Mm-mm.
Yo, I was in India and they had curry chicken. You had curry chicken sandwiches.
Ooh.
Curry burgers too.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you try it?
Nah. Not the Indian McDonald's.
I'm not even gonna say nothing.
Go ahead. Don't say it.
And establish the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day when this is all a thing of the past,
You couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Is this thing on? Word.
So what, we get drunk. So what, we don't sleep. We're just having fun. We don't care who sees. So what, we go out. That's how it's supposed to be. Living young and wild and free.
Yo, Shannon.
Yo.
Glad you are here on the extended lunch break with me. I'm having fun. We are down to the last stretch of my tenure for today, and this is fantastic, man. I've enjoyed being on this week with you, and we are definitely a family here at the award-winning Truth 101.7 Radio. So I appreciate you.
I'm happy to have you here, man. Look, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. You could be in Cuba, but you're here with us at the Truth, man.
Man,
with your organs intact.
That's right. I got some wild stories, man. I got another story, but we're gonna talk about that later. I had another story, not from Cuba. I got an Africa story. Yeah.
They ain't spit on you and set your hands on fire too, did they?
Nah. I went with some kids in Africa, in Ghana, to their village. Like, these kids were showing me, like, I didn't know where I was. They were like, come on, Manon. And they like all, 13, 14, just a whole village of kids. They like, come on, come with me. Man, they lead me into this village, man. It's like, I'm gone. I'm gone. I don't know how to get back. And they're like, come meet my family. I met the family, chilled out, ate some fufu, and they brought me back.
Was it good?
It was good. I was gone for hours, an entire day. Yeah. One thing you gotta watch out for in that countryside of Ghana is those scorpions. Scorpions out there. Man, yeah, go ahead.
You know what? That sounds like a wonderful day.
It was fantastic.
You just randomly ventured off into the countryside of Ghana, ate fufu. Did they speak English?
Yeah, spoke English, perfect English. Yep. Because it was Ghana was colonized by the English, and yep.
Well, that's safer than you not knowing what language.
But they did like in Ghana. I think it's like 47 tribal languages or something like that. It's probably a lot more dialects of those languages too, but I think it's like 40 something. Yeah. So, but I have fun, and I encourage anybody who.
I was gonna say, you got their WhatsApp.
I got their WhatsApp. But anybody who is not, if you are considering going to Africa, go to Africa. Best, love it. Love Africa. So Mandela Barnes.
Fufu.
And eat fufu. Mandela Barnes, he's running for governor and in Wisconsin, 2026. He announced his candidacy in December, and he's considered a front runner for the Democratic nomination. His plans, in his words, he's going to fight for legalization of weed since he was a state legislator. And as governor of Wisconsin, he said he'll be joining neighboring states in legalizing recreational marijuana with a regulatory framework, strong, transparent rules, keeping product away from minors, all minors, and all tax revenue will go to fully funding public schools and lowering the cost of childcare. What do you think about that?
I still think it's wild that it's 2026 and it ain't legal in Wisconsin. That's a standout thing. But we also have bigger issues, low key. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. That's probably why it ain't been a highlight of nobody's race, because we got so many other issues to kind of hone in on. But I mean, it sounds good. Sell weed, give the money to MPS. Lord knows MPS needs help.
Yep.
Or they need help managing the money, because didn't they lose like a couple $1 million and they didn't know?
They had
where it went. Oopsie.
The MPS budget shortfall was, I think, at 122 million or something million. It was a lot of cash.
So I don't know if they need the money or they need somebody to invest in tracking said monies, but
Yeah.
What you think about that, Manon? What you think?
I don't. So I know us a lot of people around here that smoke a lot of weed. I pretty much it's already legal. I would say they need to address two parts of it. They need to address the legalization of it, of course, and whether or not that's healthy for the community, Wisconsin communities. And they also need to address the fact that people still locked up for having weed. They need to, you legalize weed, you need to bring all them people back out. All of them.
Yeah.
If you're in prison for a bag, whatever type of bag, that needs to be addressed first. And then we could talk about legalizing weed. That's just this is my 2 cents. Or we could talk about it at the same time. But I don't believe.
Yeah, it might have to be talked about at the same time, because if we focused on that, more people just gonna continue to be locked up before the other people get free, and then it's gonna be a revolving door.
Right on.
But I also do feel like if we're just following the steps of other places that legalize weed, people still in jail. So we can kind of look across the aisle and see, like, Vegas has legalized weed, California has legalized weed, the West states have legalized weed, and people are still in jail. So I don't know why it hasn't happened that they, like you said, freed the people that are in jail for stuff like that, but it hasn't.
Yep.
So.
Hey,
I don't know.
We're winding down. I want to think about people's weekends. So Bastille Days is popping off. People storm the Bastille Days. Storm the Bastille. What is it called? Storm the.
I think it's Storm the Bastille. You got it.
Somebody called it Drunken Bastille, because the people who were running the race yesterday were, like, they said majority of, like, a lot of those people were drunk and musty.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Wisconsin. Ain't we like the drunkest state there is?
We
so
are.
Why would y'all expect anybody to go to a festival
and not
I don't
get
even
drunk?
think there's what? Yeah, they showing up. They pre-gaming the festival. They drinking at the festival.
Right.
You can't expect any festival to be without liquor.
Yeah.
At all. Here.
I don't drink,
Like,
so I don't like being around drunk people.
So you don't like none of our festivals?
I like the fest,
What
but
festival do you like as a non-drinker? Which
kind of-
festival would you say is your favorite?
Vegan fest,
Oh, well, of course.
Sober fest,
That sounds right.
Sober Fest,
They have
August
a Sober
1st.
Fest?
Yes. I just interviewed
I love that.
2 folks. Yeah, Sober Fest.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy. Crazy thing is, Sober Fest is so dope. They got music, food, games, it goes down. I'm surprised not a lot of people know about it. It's probably one of the best fests I've seen in a long time. It's at Pier Marquette Park. Pier.
Okay.
Like on the river right there.
We gotta push that.
Yep.
I like that.
So if y'all are looking
and then you
for
said Vegan Fest.
Yeah, Vegan Fest. I think they have a Vegan Fest here. I don't know when it is, but I go to Vegan Fest at my other place, Miami. It be going down too. No drunk folks. It's straight juice. Straight juicing.
Nice.
So
what is that called? They got elixirs in their juice and stuff.
Yeah, herbs, elixirs, bitters, herbs, all that stuff. So I'm excited. You excited for this weekend?
Man, I'm excited for the weekend, and thank you guys for chilling with us. Thank you, Monon, for filling in for Ray. It's been a great show. Make sure you follow me at Maybe Shannon on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Make sure you head over to Facebook and follow The Lunch Break, and make sure you guys stay seated because Monon ain't gone yet. He gonna host the Grapevine now, so make sure you guys lock in. 101.7 The Truth, award winning. I'm gonna see y'all next week. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this weekend.
Yeah, and they got Dragon Boat Festival. I'm trying to go there too.
Dragon Boat.
So
we gotta talk. I need that information.
Dragon Boat races. Yeah. Man, listen.